Alright everyone, today I have another video here for you where we're going to take this 2008 unibody MacBook. It's A1278 model. It's got a Core 2 Duo in it, 2 gigs of RAM and 160 gigabyte hard drive in it. It's got a busted screen where there is a disorientation right here on the side of the screen. Sometimes it goes away. I'm not sure what the cause is, but instead of fixing it, the whole screen panel, we're going to put a 500 gigabyte laptop hard drive disk in here that I got used off Reddit, maybe an SSD if this becomes a bigger project, and we're going to install Ubuntu on here, Linux, a form of Linux. And in the future, we may even upgrade the RAM to 8 gigabytes. With the RAM prices being so low, that's only going to cost us about $25 to do so. And I think I'm going to make this into a server, just something very lightweight to test with, to test Linux, to build my Linux skills and my command line skills. So we're going to install Ubuntu with the GUI on it though. We're not going to do the server version, and then we're going to do the command line from there. And we'll get into this now. We'll see you in the next clip. Right, flip the laptop over here. You're gonna press this button, pull this up. Now on here I did get a replacement laptop battery for this on Amazon, and maybe it was eBay for like $15-20. Well, the other one wouldn't charge past like 60%, and you had to have it plugged in most of the time. This one has worked perfectly. But here we have the hard drive here. We're gonna take that out and we're gonna replace it, and we'll be back. All right, we have Ubuntu installed. We're gonna log in here and do this with one hand. Okay, the first thing we're gonna need to do for this so that we can keep it going and we can access it from our main computer is we're gonna need to install SSH on it so that we can access it through PuTTY on Windows, and we won't have to look at this terrible screen anymore. So we're gonna do that. Let me get this all set up so I can type this in easy. Be right back. All right, so I brought up the screen recorder because I got too much glare with my phone. I downloaded OBS on here, which actually runs really well on this old MacBook. Surprising. Anyway, so first what we're gonna do is we're gonna do sudo apt update. We just want to make sure everything's up to date, which I just did this. I don't think anything's gonna pop up. We'll see. I can't really see because there's this big thing on my screen. Okay. 4 packaging upgrade run Ambient. Okay. Huh. Which ran that? Okay. I'm not going to do that. I think we're good. We're going to go ahead and install open SSH-server. Do you want to continue? Yes. And the reason for putting SSH on here is so that I can access this for my Windows machine, close the lid, and not even think about it. There's going to be very minimal going on here. And I've actually done something on another older system. I don't know if it's still a thing, but Webmin, you can actually create a server on a device and then just access it through your internet browser and check the monitor, the system resources, and install the app straight from their GUI, which is really nice. I don't know if I'll be going that route. I might do a video on that, but we're going to do SSH here first before we do anything else. So then we're going to do sudo system ctl status SSH, make sure it's running. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so we have it running. So we see it's running, hit Q, and that will exit out of there. So then we're going to start it. Oh no, nope, we don't need to do that. Okay, it was already running, we don't actually need to start it. So then we're gonna get our IP here. It's gonna be this one right here. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to go to our PuTTY machine. Alright, I know the audio has changed here a couple times. I'm jumping between devices, but once you get that IP off your Linux device, which in our case is an old MacBook, you log in with the exact name of the machine. So mine, I made Mac server, and then you put in that IP, and then you enter your password. And this will bring you to the PuTTY menu where you can use SSH to access this device. Alright, so we're going to do just something really simple with this, and this is just something anyone can do, something as simple as installing a Minecraft server. So we're going to type sudo apt install openjdk-8-jre-headless space screen, hit enter, type in our password. Okay, it's going to install, yes, it's going to. Okay, now that has finished installing OpenJDK. We're going to do wget. I'm just going to copy and paste. It's a really long link. You can find this online many places. You just need to put in the newest Minecraft server.jar. So load. There we go. We're going to hit enter on that. It's going to download that for us. Okay, and now we're going to start Minecraft here. I know the first time it's going to say like this cannot be completed, and we're going to have to go in and edit the server eula.txt file. It's interesting having both my screens up so I can see the MacBook, like when the file installs in the files, I can see it pop up, and then I'm connecting to it through this over here. I think the only thing I'll have to do is make sure it doesn't fall asleep even with the screen shut. Okay, so it's going to stop the server here, so then we're going to type nano. Ooh, it's terribly slow here. Nano, a little squiggly. Server eula.txt. You know what? If you do it this way, it's just going to be. Nope. There we go. Yeah, it's just going to be in the home directory. So we're not doing anything too crazy with this, so it doesn't matter what we have on here. The folder wise, at least on this in this instance, I'm not too concerned with it. So then we're going to hit the up arrow, go back, we're going to run this no GUI Minecraft server here. Basically what that means is it's not running the graphical interface on the MacBook so that you can edit everything. It's got to be done through the files and all through SSH. So basically like runs in the background. Alright, so it is preparing a spawn area and loading right now. I do want to mention that there's a way to do this that I've done for a Raspberry Pi before, where you can connect, you can load your Minecraft server with like, it doesn't spawn as many blocks and it doesn't lag as much. It uses less system resources, but ooh, it's not able to run this. We might need to upgrade the RAM on this, but this is just an example here. So, oh yeah, the laptop is heating up. Okay, Core 2 Duo is this might be the end of the line for the Core 2 Duo here, but it's working. It's doing it. So we're going to pull up the Minecraft screen now and check it out. Okay, so I actually downloaded an old jar, and I didn't change the address. I used a URL I got offline. I guess it was outdated on the website, but no, this is it. It might be an older version of Minecraft here, but I'd have to update that. But the rest of the guide works. I was surprised that happened. Ooh, I spawned right beside town. I haven't played this game in years, and I don't know how many people this server could hold, but this is actually just an interesting way to get your old hardware back to work, and you could do this on really any device. Now, I suggest if you're doing this, this laptop, the MacBook Pro does have 2 gigs of RAM in it, and I think if you oh, that was creepy. I suggest if you do something like this to upgrade it to 8. With RAM being so cheap, you can upgrade to 8 for like 25 bucks. So, and also I would download some add-ons like no spawn chunks, different things, just so you're not using a ton of resources. But I'm gonna try that out here on my own. I'm not sure where the outfit came from. I haven't played this in forever. Jeez. But no, it's not too bad. It's not like super laggy or anything. I mean, it definitely has some hiccups here and there. Pull up my PuTTY window here. I moved too quickly, can't keep up. Yeah, it definitely needs some more RAM, or maybe run on an older version. But if you want to use this for like a FTP server or something, definitely the MacBook would be perfect for that. Me specifically, I'm trying to do something with it with SSH just because the screen's jacked up and it's not wanting to work. So, but you know, hopefully this guide helped you and hopefully got you interested in putting Ubuntu on your MacBook, and help you take the next step to upcycling some of your old technology. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. You know, while playing the game, it's using about 50% CPU usage, and that's while it's raining in game, and the temperature of the cores is staying around 70 Celsius, which I think for this setup you could probably run 2 people max, and you'd need to add more RAM. We have free memory right here, 4%, so it's using 2 gigabytes of memory for one person. And I've been playing it for about 15 minutes now, and there's actually really no issue. I think if a lot of monsters are around, it might run a little slower, but it seems to be holding up fine. Good usage for an old laptop.